Okay, getting started on the fuselage here. I just glued those four, I had to glue four pieces together on each side. It's to reinforce the bottom of the fuse where the wing attaches. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work yet. I couldn't really see in the plans or in the instructions, but we'll look at it and see. I've test fit this a few times, and we got to glue it on. That's just balsa. That side piece is balsa, and it's pretty fragile too. But getting the glue using good old Gorilla wood glue. It's white. It dries white, and it's I brush it on because I just want a thin coat. I should have used my finger. My finger's faster than the brush. I'm going to speed it up here. But the fuse, what you're seeing there, it's just kind of all the pieces are keyed together. They have tabs, and they just piece together all the pieces. I mocked it up for the most part, and then just started CAing all the, you know, all of the sections together. And it worked well. There's more that comes on the front there to build up the firewall for the motor. And it's got the built-in right and down already done on it. I speed this up. I don't know. But so far it's going together well. You don't build this over the plans yet. It's coming up after I get the sides on, then I got to put it on the plans. The instructions they tell you how to do it. They've got really good instructions. Old School Model Works kit. I recommend Old School Model Works kits. It's been a joy to put together. I don't have a lot of time built to get this far. I mean, I'm probably 70% done with it. And what I have left to do is pretty straightforward. Now I think that because this fit real easy without the glue, but the glue you're adding a little bit of thickness to the holes for the tabs, and I got it all in. One of the balsa pieces cracked on me a little bit, but I just shot some CA glue in it and fixed it. And I'm going to use, those are leftover pieces that I've got down there from holding the parts in. They're plywood, so I'm going to reuse them. I'm not adding any extra support or anything. I'm just I put in the scrap wood under there so that there's still tabs for more of the side pieces that fit on. And I'm just raising it up so I can press down on the balsa side panel that I'm gluing to the plywood frame. Those 321 blocks they're priceless, man. I use those things every day. If I was really building a lot, I'd probably get a couple more. Have at least 6. I'm kind of worried about the ends because that piece is flapping down and pulling away from the back, and I put a piece of scrap under there, and that really made it work well. And what I like about the Gorilla wood glue, it's water soluble, so you can clean your brush All right, this is after it's been sitting, and I let it set 3 hours later. No, I'm joking. I don't know. It might be an hour and a half, 2 hours, because the Gorilla Glue it fully cures like like overnight, but it's strong enough to move it around after 40 minutes. So we're going to do the second side. This is the port side here we're putting on now. And I used to have lids, plastic icing lids for the glue, because after the glue dries, you just flex the lid and you can throw the dried glue away. I use it for I use it for epoxy too. It works well. Yeah, it's going to come up here pretty quick in the fuselage build where I gotta put the servos. I'll test fit the servos and drill the holes for the servos and CA the threads in and everything, get it to work. I've got two different types of control rods to use for the elevator and the rudder, and I'm going to see which one works best. It was hard getting it through the holes. I had to press pretty hard on all 8 of them. And like I said, without the glue, it just slipped right on. Now I'm checking for gaps. You don't want any gaps, and because it all clicks together. There was one piece that was a little off, and I caught it right. I think I'm going to look at it right about here. It was on the front. It just needed to pop down. I'm putting the spacers under it again. But I'm looking forward to working more on the fuse. We'll get it going. But the old school model works. This is the Bristol Spadport, part of their Sunday Flyer series. They've got a what's supposed to be like a German plane too, World War I plane. And there I'm done. There it is. It's looking good. It's still pretty fragile. That balsa is fragile. I'm like, because I heard a pop, and I don't know what. I think I snapped it. I mean, it didn't break it. It just kind of flickered, like flicked my finger. It's still pretty fragile. Here we go. We're looking at it. You check off, but yep. There are the steps I got to do next. That's where I glued those 2 pieces in, and so I haven't got that much left to do on the fuse, but the build's going well, and I want to thank everybody for subscribing and following along. This is Jeff saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Woo!